perhaps the market is not really saturated, but what's really going on is that you are feeling like that because social media keeps showing you the stuff that is similar to what you're also talking and posting about.
Welcome to the Impact Driven Entrepreneur, the podcast that helps you expand your reach and convert that reach into clients so you can lead your tribe with confidence and create change in the world while living the life you desire. And now your host, certified business coach and consultant, Mariana Ruiz.
Want to increase your sales without so much hustle? Oh my gosh. Let's talk about doing funnels. Funnels are like the thing right now, but whether it's challenge, a tripwire, a webinar, or even getting people on the phone, guess what? All of that is the same. It's a sales process and what some people call funnels, okay? And I want to help you with your sales process because here's the thing. When you can really master and improve that process, you will get more sales in your business. Normally inside of my 6-month coaching program, what I do is I actually look at everything that my clients do. I look at all of their copy, all of their emails, everything that they're doing inside of a launch or outside of a launch. And really, I want to bring that element to a small intensive for you. So what I want to do is offer you the opportunity for me to look at all of your emails, all of your copy, whether it's a challenge, a funnel, a webinar, or a sales call. I will actually listen to your sales call. Yeah, you heard that right. Okay, so in order to get this amazing offer, it's called a funnel intensive. You can find it at impactdrivenentrepreneur.com/work-with-me. You can purchase there right away, or if you want to get on the phone and just make sure it's a good fit for both of us, I'd be happy to chat with you. Let's optimize that sales process so that you can start generating more sales in your business without the grind. Hey there, and welcome to the Impact Driven Entrepreneur. Today we are talking about what if you feel like the market is saturated, how to kind of overcome this market saturation problem of yours, or is it really saturated? I think that we need to look at this objectively, and I'm going to offer a few ideas to help you to do that. So let's dig right in. So what I feel is happening a lot online is that we are going into these little circles. And so if you're a coach, you probably know some other coaches. If you're a branding expert, you probably know quite a few other branding experts. Maybe you're a social media manager and you know a lot of those. And what happens is that you get on social media and you're surrounded by these people. You're interested in the topic that they're talking about because you obviously post about that topic as well. And therefore, Facebook will automatically show you more of the stuff you're also talking about. So whether you're intentionally seeking out the people that are like you or not, Facebook will kind of start to group you together and bring you together based on the circles that they have and the circles that you have. Okay? And so what happens is then we feel like the market is saturated. We feel like there is just so many of a coach or a branding expert or a social media manager, when in reality, it's just a product of the Facebook algorithm. Really and truly, it is just the Facebook algorithm doing its job and bringing you closer together to the people that it thinks that you will have the most things in common with. Which is true, right? And so perhaps the market is not really saturated, but what's really going on is that you are feeling like that because social media keeps showing you the stuff that is similar to what you're also talking and posting about, okay? And to take it in another step further, I want to remind you, I run Facebook ads, okay? And I do it for my business and I've done it for other businesses as well. And what happens with Facebook ads is that we're targeting similar pages. And therefore, obviously, it can start to feel like the market is saturated because on top of just the regular algorithm doing its job, you're getting Facebook ads for the thing that it is that you do. So example, okay, I get a lot of Facebook ads for Facebook ad managers. Okay, I get a lot of Facebook ads for coaches because that's the two things that I do. And those are the things that I see ads for a lot. Okay. And so I could sit here and be like, oh my God, the market's saturated. It's just so saturated and I just can't get any clients because there's so many, right? So we go down this rabbit hole. We make up a story that there's no more clients because obviously there's other people serving these clients, and we go down this rabbit hole. And what I want to invite you to remember is that this is all just a byproduct of social media doing its job. It is not anything wrong with you. And I think we're also attaching meaning that is unnecessary to attach to a certain thing. So we're also then implying that because there's other people like us, then we're not going to be hired. Okay. And that I think is more of a thing having to do with like scarcity mentality than it really has to do with an actual fact. Okay. Just because there's others like you does not mean that your potential client is still not going to choose you. Right. And I want to refer you back to episode 13, where we start to talk about how to stand out online. I have a 3-part episode. We talk about copywriting, about general branding, and then about visual branding. And we really go deep on those topics and how you can start to stand out online. Because here's the thing, when you start to just know that you're unique and that you're still awesome, and another episode that I talked about this was the worthiness one, so you can go back 2 episodes ago. So what I want to remind you of is that by you owning your own uniqueness and by you just knowing, and this is an abundance mentality, this is a switch in the way you think of things, by you just knowing that by getting out there and by being yourself and by truly just showing up, you will be able to attract the right people to you. And by really trusting that process, you can then start to let some of this go, right? And some of this thinking that either there's not enough clients to serve or that other people are going to take your clients away, which is so not true because they can still choose you, right? And I want you to think of examples and times in your life that you might have bought from both people. Right? Like, so 2 competitors. So I posted this in Facebook groups recently and I had people come up with all kinds of cool things, right? So I had one who is a client she's an artist and she's like, oh, I shop at Michael's and I also shop at, I can't remember what the other one was. I think it was, oh my gosh, I can't remember, but let's say it's Michael's and Joanne Fabrics. Okay. You could still shop at both, right? You could still shop at TJ Maxx and also go to the mall. Maybe you're still getting the same Michael Kors, whatever. Okay. Maybe it's you're buying shoes, right? And you could be shopping at DSW and then you can also buy shoes at Macy's. And you still love shoes and you still love both stores, right? That doesn't mean you like one more than the other or the other one less than the other. And so what I invite you to think about is the possibility that maybe the customer will still choose you and the competitor. Okay. I also want you to think about the possibility that maybe your service is still amazing and the service of the competitor is also still amazing. And lastly, I want you to think about the fact that maybe the market's not really saturated. Maybe you're just stuck in a circle. Maybe you're in the circle of social media. Maybe you're in the circle of Facebook ads targeting or Google AdWord targeting or whatever. Or maybe you're on blogs of your competitors or listening to podcasts of your competitors or whatever it is. Maybe you're just in the circle. And here I have 2 very clear examples where this is exactly what happened to me. Okay. So in the first example, I went to a Toastmasters meeting. So Toastmasters is like a speaking club and you meet every week and you practice your speaking. Some of it is impromptu. Some of it is like we have little projects and we had to present every week. So I joined Toastmasters shortly after starting a podcast, by the way. Anyways, so I told them what I did. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm a business coach for online businesses. And first of all, they were like, what on earth is a business coach? What on earth is a coach? What is an online business? What is a Facebook ad? They were like out of this world. Like they were just like, had no idea any of that was possible. And to bring it down 2 notches, I was, okay, I have a blog. I think this was when I had just started my podcast. So I had, a decent blog at that time when I was blogging a lot more. And I was like, yeah, I have a blog and I make money through my blog. Like that was the closest thing that I could possibly get to where they got the concept of what I did. Okay. And it was such a great reminder of how the market is really not saturated. There are millions of people who have no idea what you do. Okay. Example number 2, I was at a conference. Now, this was a business conference. And so I expected there to be a lot of coaches there, maybe business coaches, maybe, like people who knew what business coaches were. And I kid you not, this was a business conference. I had to explain to people that I was an online business coach and that what I helped people to do was to transform their thinking and really handhold them, week by week on what the projects were they were working on, right? Like I had to really explain coaching from the ground up, okay? It's kind of hard to explain the transformational work of coaching unless you actually go through coaching, okay? And so at lunch, we would talk, and I did some coaching for free at lunch. And I realized right at that moment that a lot of these people were business owners, online business owners, who had no idea what coaching was, who needed coaching badly. Like I could really help them. And I don't say that to brag or anything like that, but it's a reminder of why you're doing this. You're doing this to help people. And so the moment that you can step away from comparison and scarcity mentality and the market is saturated mentality, right, which is all a product of scarcity, the moment that you can go out of that and go into, oh, this is the impact that I can make. This is how I can help somebody. That is when you win and they win. Okay. And so that's really what being an impact-driven entrepreneur is all about. So this week, what I want you to do is I want you to get out of your circle. If you're finding that you're getting a lot of Facebook ad targeting, maybe you're in a lot of circles with a lot of people that do similar things to you, either on social media, blogs, podcasts, whatever, I want you to step out of that. I want you to go maybe in person, maybe not, but I want you to step out of that. Maybe find a different platform. Maybe you connect with people on a different medium. And whatever that is, I'm not saying in person is right for everybody. I know for the longest time for me, it was not because of my daughter and her condition. But I want you to challenge yourself, even if it's with family, even if it's bringing it up to new family members and just getting the word out. It's not about selling. It's about how can you get some conversations going and really own what you do. Another thing I find with my clients a lot of times is that they have not used that personal network, right? So extended family and family, they've never even told them what they do. And I know that that can be a touchy subject, so I'm not going to go all the way down that rabbit hole. But what I invite you to do is tell somebody what you do, get out of your current circle and explore what might be possible and who you might be able to help if you get out of the current circle that you're in. So that is my challenge for you this week. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will catch you on the next episode of The Impact Driven Entrepreneur. Have an awesome day. Head on over to impactdrivenentrepreneur.com, where you can find an arsenal of videos, blog posts, and previous podcast episodes to help you increase your profit and impact. Again, impactdrivenentrepreneur.com, and click on blog. Enjoy.